So there will still be Test of Fate rolls, but they will not be in back-to-back sessions.
That seems fair. Because if you can put a cooldown on hydrate, then yeah.
No. If Test of Fate, if you ever take away the cooldown, you're taking away the cooldown for hydrate, and we're drowning you.
All right. I mean, I could make the compromise of I could give no cooldown to hydration and then no cooldown to Test of Fate.
You won't be hurting yourself with that one. We've lived with the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, never mind. That was a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, you're just gonna watch me dump all my channel points. On today's stream, we watch Mark drink.
Drink to death.
Period.
That is the stream. Me drinking water.
I remember the time you had the other the channel point things up, and there was one that was like you banned me from saying a word, and I think you were trying to give the recap, and I said you're not allowed to say the word "the."
Yes, I remember that.
I was the worst.
And then you tried to do it.
It was a dick move, to be sure.
No, it was great. You can't say the letter E.
That's too much. That's like.
Have you watched How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Ah. Okay. Do you know anything about it?
No.
Oh.
I imagine it's about how someone met their mother.
Well, yeah. Ultimately, yes, but it has so many subplots. Well, there's a character that like has the ultimate playbook and does whatever he can to try to like hook up with women, and one of them was like, I bet you can't like get a woman while like not saying the letter E, and he did it.
Good for him.
The problem is that his name had an E in it.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. You guys are ready? Only starting 10 minutes late. It's fine.
12.
12 minutes late. It's fine. So, hello everybody. Welcome. This is the Arcadian campaign. I'm your host, Heroes Legacy, joined by my fantastic cast and crew. Cast and crew of the Pal Long.
Wait, what? A Lucky can go to a foe?
I'm interested. We'll see.
Oh my god.
Cast and crew of the Pal Long, please introduce yourself. Starting off with Mordecai.
It's usually me. Hi everyone, I'm Tillin. I once again have the pleasure of playing Mordecai Tlark, the character with too much family that the DM has too much power over.
This is what you get for not making an orphan.
Next up.
Wanted to mix it up.
Lysha.
Hi, I'm Young Lionheart. I'm playing an orphan, unlike that one. Playing Lysha. Quick-witted, cat-like, spy for Bane, here to cause chaos, make chaos, and just fuck shit up.
And next up, Dalashi.
I'm KT. I play Dalashi. Dalashi is trying to find his way and find his father. He's very close. He uses ice magic and a whip that was passed down to him.
Mixed it up. She mixed it up.
Oh. A little bit.
She saw the fingers. And she's like, you know what, fuck this guy.
And
fuck this dude.
And last but not least, our Rootin' Tootin'.
Darku here. I play Vrost. He had parents.
Just end tagline. He had parents.
I didn't realize I was going to steer the whole intro. I didn't realize I was going to steer the whole intro.
Look. 80% of most D&D parties are orphans.
Yeah. The trauma.
Just good instant
you, my
trauma.
Next character to you will be.
Excuse me?
Because I've been trying to make characters that actually have full families and shit, just to watch the DM struggle to go through all the relations.
I interconnect my family as each different D&D character.
I've also done that.
It's a fun. It's
like,
a fun.
The Star Wars: The Old Republic like family tree shit going on.
Yeah. I made mine in Star Wars: The Old Republic, actually. Gotta love the Catherinis family.
So, as I said, this is the cast and crew, as well as host, of the Arcadian campaign. Campaign set in the world of Skies of Arcadia, where our cast and crew venture along the high skies, underneath different denizen moons of magic, traversing the different nations, their layouts, as well as a bit of wonderful piracy. Going in adventure-like Indiana Jones-style dungeon crawls, fighting against, well, mysterious steampunky terrors. All while having, well, whatever time they damn well feel. So, last time on the Arcadian campaign, I'm going to throw it to Dark Crew for the recap this time.
Throw it to me for the recap.
Yeah.
Buddy, you do understand that video with house shit for like the last week and a half or so?
All right.
Essentially, we got out of what happened, considering that we had a very, very, very angry wife that is known to literally melt ships. She now put another mark on us, so we are now being tracked by her. Upgrades are being done to the ship. The Valuan man that was being dragged along by her, we've got him somewhat patched up. And now we're going to be heading off to Glacia so that we can get to Delashi's father and be like, hey, fix our think pants already.
Perfect recap.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason why.
Perfect recap.
The only reason.
I was like, hey, your kid's been trying to find you for the last 20 years. Like, what the fuck, dude?
What the fuck, dude?
So, where we last left off, Delashi was in the middle of the therapy session with Gregorio.
You?
Healing him up over in Delashi's private quarters. On seeing and witnessing a slew of events from the past, from both Delashi's father as well as, what is now viewed Delashi's granduncle, Gregorio. Gregorio stirs. The rest of the party has a bit of a moment. Delashi.
Yes.
Evens or odds? Coin flip here.
Evens.
Okay. Actually, change back what I said. I need everybody to roll a d20 in the chat.
It's not loading for me.
How about now?
Let me click back on it and see.
Mine's a 7, I think.
The link in general, right? Yeah, it's not letting me in.
Refresh.
Okay. How do I set myself as Mordecai?
The token name is still a new character. It hasn't changed that to stop a thing. I just had that problem with my Iowa Postman.
Rost, I barely heard you through,
I was muted.
Lionheart's mic. Yeah.
But yes, the tokens are probably a named new character, and we have those selected as probably what's coming through as. I just had that problem with my Hyrule Postman game yesterday.
It's not loading.
Try
Try the other link. Yeah.
Oh, the higher one? Ah, that's the one that works. The other one doesn't. D20.
Ah, we all see.
It's slash roll, right?
Slash
Am I
roll.
remembering this? Ah.
Slash. All right.
Wait, when does it say new character? Well, I did say even. What's going on? Mordecai is having a identity crisis.
Okay. So when you go to roll. Okay. It's something that I'll have to fix later, but double click your token instead of your character sheet. All right, for those who rolled a 4, who rolled over a 4.
I got a 4.
I did. I rolled a 12.
All right, you rolled 12,
Oh, we're talking about the 200 rolls? I think I was a 7.
7,
I was a 2.
2. All right, Mordecai, Lisha,
I
Galashi.
hate how you say Mordecai like that. I just want to throw it out there. It's like, oh boy.
You three. Sorry, Dark Crew. You three, come with me over to the other chat.
Mm.
I'm gonna go get a
Wow.
snack then.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, I
potty
mean,
break.
if he's gone, then we don't need to leave.
Okay, we'll stay here and then goes off. All right, Mordecai, Lisha, specifically for you, I need you first to roll me stealth roll. As kind of overhear some commotion in Galashi's quarters.
How late in the day is this? Because I did end the last session. I'll roll stealth, but
No, I'll roll.
I did end last session tinkering very heavily with a very volatile project in the crew quarters. So it's up to you.
I'll just have you roll with this.
Okay.
Roll again.
Just trying to be fair.
Ooh. Thank you.
All right.
With the thing I was working on, I will definitely stay
Also,
focused
you
on
were in
that.
a mood.
Oh, I was in a mood.
He was in a mood.
Can you blame the kid?
No.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I just feel like that would affect it too.
Lisha, you end up seeing Oliver just outside of the quarters. It's kind of like oddly roaming about, but just kind of being around the area. Normally he's in the crow's nest. It's here. Galashi.
Yes.
Every bit or so, Lisha and then Mordecai, you guys are here. There's subtle stirring that you kind of like don't really overhear, but somewhat take notice as we have this conversation.
Okay.
Gorio's like,
Yeah, I did. It's been a long journey.
you see he's like trying to come to and like mulling over, kind of like a bit of a you've healed it over, but there was a bruise like that, like his armor is still like melted, and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna literally be like, can I get him out of that since it's literally melted?
you help him doff his armor, set it to the side with a laugh. Help him over to. and he just like kind of pulls you over, and he's already like hugging you.
Oh. I mean, how many years has it been?
Sure.
Yes, I was.
And he like sits you up, like.
I'm really not sure how many years it's been. I mean, I know that following my father has been a chunk.
Barring.
Yes, but I liked the trips. I don't think so. It might have been among the things left behind.
Uh, as he says that, you feel like a weird.
Yeah, I take it out and I open it.
Take it out and you open it all the way to, and something is strange about the back. The back of your book, I think I mentioned before, there was a small, like, say, 20% of your book that had a black.
Yeah.
Yes. So that black etching just gets kind of noticed. And much like a smoky fog over the, you see that there's almost underlying. Hold out the journal. uh,
That's how what?
uh, and you just kind of like sighs and exasperates and like. Lisha, you hear at first a thud, sound of light. Now, take this as you will. You could be interested in this or not. Kind of keep your own devices. Sometimes things kind of. It sound like a nice metal gold like cling. It's hard to discern. Just see that there's Delashi's last member is Delashi. Go to investigate.
Sorry, repeat that.
Uh,
Nervous doggo.
you hear the sound of not only laughter, some metal clangs. It almost sounded like gold, but also kind of various just hear those noises. You saw Oliver or Oscar kind of roam about the cabins and just kind of hear things coming from Velashi's. If you are interested in all, you can go do a bit of snooping. Otherwise, on with your.
We probably like just poke our head out a little bit and just do like like a little peek down the hallway. Like, yeah,
Out.
yeah.
See, Oscar just turned the corner.
She's just like, okay, well that makes sense for the noise, like
Uh,
maybe he had to go to the bathroom.
there was something from Velashi's court. Other than that,
Okay.
overhear some mumbling. Roll me an investigation. Gotcha. You just hear the words, "Your father's book."
Very common words.
Yeah, very common words. That is how you got here. Those things. Again, take it as you will. Continuing once. Lashi, after one more notice check from you, Mordecai. Two. Mordecai, you hear just some general stirrings from the hallway. Investigate it if you'd like.
If this is taking place around the same time I'm working on the project, then I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing.
Done. Back to you. Ah. Father is
No, it's mine now.
Father used that first. Oh. Trying to make getting on in here.
Um, what would you say if I told you that I undid some of them?
What you didn't? And he's like, "Oh, I see. You're undoing the seals.
Well, not all of them.
How many have you undone?" As he gets up nervously.
I don't even know how many I've undone.
You've undone.
I know it's.
You've undone 2.
Yeah, I was like, I know it's been at least 2.
Yeah, you've at least done 2.
Yeah.
Because you did one in the Temple of Rixus and one in the Temple of Pyron.
I didn't know entirely what I was doing at first.
Oh,
When
are
I
you
did it-
okay? Well, I
Yes.
mean, you are okay. You're right in front.
When I did it, it helped me get a stronger connection to my father, and it gave me more information. And then once I figured out exactly what I was doing and why that was up in the first place, I realized I probably shouldn't have done it.
Perhaps it's
you were spending years to uphold them.
Take a seat to the bedside. He goes off and tells you that he and your father have been maintaining this, yes, but the reason why the sigils were maintained is because they're the last outside of the once gravitas that has been, or family has some roots with your great grandfather. In the kingdom itself was part of the kingdom split and used their gigas in order to separate the entire kingdom from this plane of existence. And that's what has created the Dark Rift.
Wow. Okay.
And it created portals, just a rift in space and
Mm-hmm.
and outside of that, certain sigils, unbeknownst to the other king, certain sections, most of these sections found their way.
Mm-hmm.
So every so often, a member of your family and also another family had been going on these ventures to keep Seal safe in that kingdom.
So if the seals come down, the kingdom is no longer isolated?
The kingdom has a chance to be back in.
Okay.
So, Dark Rift. A lot of things. I am not a scholar. Sorry. Life that not for well. I pushed.
Hmm.
I was.
Horrible.
I told him that Everyone shake their heads. I still think.
I mean, I do like his path. That was very nice. I have gotten my own adventure, my own destiny. You know, it's just a little intertwined with him, but it's still mine.
And take this food. Don't worry about the Matthew.
We're completely undone.
Uh,
Are you okay? We need to take you to get some real medical attention.
just need some rest. You heard the old saying, adventurer who rests magically healed. I don't know, some kind of
No,
like that.
I've not heard that saying. Nope. Alright, you can make yourself comfortable. Well, I want to say none at all, but considering you put a tracker on me
I did it so
and
this way.
brought a very angry woman to
I
join my group.
I had no control over that. I simply wanted to be the as he holds up air quotes.
Investigate.
Tracking you. I wanted.
How did you recognize me?
Well, back in. Mihal had that scuffle.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very
Her hair and rather nice. Quite dashing.
Thank you.
The look.
Uh, for now it is. No, those aren't.
Gifts
So
from
Mm.
rifts. Changes.
Yeah, it's been a discovery.
I will.
Yes, please, please get some rest. I'm glad you're okay.
And like as he kind of lays back, he just kind of raises a bit of an arm and a hand out to you, kind of like touch like your cheek just ever so slightly, and shh.
Mm-hmm. Get some rest.
And as you hear the sound of footsteps out from outside your door. Elisha, you are gone. Out a bit. The conversation was kept low. Some murmur. Delashi, go about exiting your, and you see that Oscar is kind of just out pacing around. Dress him at all, or do you?
Yeah, I'll say hello.
Trying to look at the old guy.
Who's the old guy?
Yeah.
Uh. Well, he's my great uncle.
What?
And he's not really Valuan. He is, but he isn't.
All right, the second one. What? All right, you know he's like the fourth commander captain.
Yes, he's highly ranked, but he's not. It's not gonna have any effect on us. He's not gonna do anything to us.
Sure.
Yes, I'm absolutely positive.
All right. I gotta get to the crow's nest. I'm looking for this.
Um, no, I think I'm okay. Are you okay? You seem really anxious.
Yeah. Like brushes himself.
Did you overhear anything?
I just heard some noises. Trying to keep.
Yeah, you have a weird feeling. Like you think something bad is going to happen?
How to describe it? Feels like when Goddamn, Tyler. All those noises, words, Oscar. I don't know.
I'm working on a railgun concept.
He's
I don't know what you're talking
trying.
about.
I don't know. It's just
Right.
ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. Everybody hears the loud sound of banging and clamor as more as not only Mordecai's workshop but also from outside, Pina and Q-Ball are hard at work going at this shit.
Gonna watch it.
Tunk, tunk, tunk. I have a Shalu.
Called? Wow, thanks, Mark.
No, I'm kidding.
All that character exposition.
Character exposition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still with Oscar. I was
We learned a lot of stuff that we as characters don't know.
Yep, you as characters don't know, but in
Mark gave you
character.
every fucking opportunity to know.
It's
He gave
I
you
had
every opportunity.
yeah no, and it's there's two things. One, you tried to play your character. I'm trying to play mine, and mine is focused on a decision he's been racked over. Also, and I feel like this is important. Not
Uh-huh.
everyone is as nosy as you, KT.
Wow.
I just feel like you need to like drop that in your humble soup for a moment.
My
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
wow. Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
All right.
you know I'm busting your chops, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just gotta make sure.
And yes, I know my nosiness is not on the level of everybody else's.
It's legendary, is what it is. But
Oh man, spice. All right.
That's just spicy.
When Lisha gets back, I will be.
Ooh, the music. Is it just gonna suddenly be like, boom, just like an explosion off the side of the ship?
Boom, boom.
Yeah, so what are those kadunks you were doing? Was that my doing, or is that the crew working on something?
They're remember they're upgrading our ship.
Yep. All right, everybody can
Okay.
come back to the scene now, as we will be doing a little wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Oliver was gonna say something, or
Yeah.
Oscar was gonna say something.
Oscar just has a bad feel. Doesn't know how to describe it. He doesn't know what it's about, but it reminds him almost similar to when you and him got shipjacked.
Oh God. Okay.
Just a weird feeling.
The vibe is off.
Vibe is off. Not a vibe.
The vibe is off. The music is
Not
ominous.
the vibe.
The DM is smiling. It could be a false flag because Markiplier is just a happy jolly bitch, but
This is very true.
Yeah.
So, everyone continues about their evening, mulling over what they need to do, going into town, grabbing some, just spending their time freely. The ship is done the following day and a half, as through the course of times, Gregorio has honestly just taken into a bit of a deep sleep. Literally going to be sleeping for like almost 2 days.
before you get too far ahead,
Night feeling again? Jesus Christ.
sorry, am I muted?
No, you're not. You're good.
Last session, like at the very end, I think we might have done this after stream, but I rolled crafts or something for the railgun concept, and you had me roll, and I got 6, 3, and 3, and you
6,
said
3,
we
and
picked that up.
Uh,
So I don't know what that is. So I don't know if that's something you need to address now, if it worked, or if something else happened.
So the railgun,
If it's not pertinent, you can continue by all means. But
the railgun concept that you have, it is a standard show model of it.
Mm.
With the resources that you have, you could either make a railgun that fires 3 shots, but then destroys itself after the 3rd shot, or you can try to work for a larger con. These shots that it does are just a flat 5 damage. So 5 physique stress on one particular target. That it would have to roll again.
okay, and this is for something that's like, if I wanted to field test it, I could slap something together that's good for 3 shots and would break. But otherwise, I can consolidate resources and try to shoot for something more bigger if I wanted to like install it on a ship.
Correct. Have to still continue to work on that process. To work on a larger scale device, it will take you a minimum. Because 1, you need the resources. 2, you need to upscale and make sure that the upscale from your prototype model does not fall apart on a larger scale. And 3, how to fashion it into whatever ship that you fashion it. This ship or a different ship. So notate that down. If you want to work to build this, it will take in-game a month-long time minimum.
Got it. Alright, let me jot that down and mull over it. Thank you. Sorry.
Not a problem. So, as I said, continuing on about your days, unless anyone has anything particular that they want to address, converse, or talk about with crew, you wait until it is time. Like, go about your kind of evening. A day and a half passes until your ship is fully, kitted out. All good? All good? All good?
I'm rolling a decision dice real quick. Alright. Hey, Frost. Frost?
What you need?
Well, you've been helping me tinker with this project, and I dare say you're the best marksman of the crew. Not to toot your horn too loudly. Here, hold this, as I am going to use the resources that I poured into it, and go with a proof of concept test. That is something Frost can use. So, I'll scrounge up a picture, but you have a prototype railgun that can fire 3 shots that deals 5 physical. So, use this when you think it to be most efficient. I wish I could answer more questions about it, but it is only good for 3 shots, so
I wonder where Shalou is at.
I wouldn't recommend firing it into or in line with anything you wish to keep. That includes the ship. Something this size wouldn't destroy the ship unless you get a very lucky or unlucky shot. But, and whenever you do use it, please just do your best to pay attention and so you can give me feedback on it. I considered using this for myself, but well, it's a test and a tool.
It's funny because I have this as he hands you a set of blueprints. I had a dream, and this weapon that I dreamt about, I think I finally have all the kinks figured out, at least when it comes down to the blueprint stuff. As a fellow engineer, take a look at it. I know it's large and unwieldy, multiple barrels, but I think for far too long we've relied on magic. If we have physical rounds that do actual damage to folks, it's hard to cast spells when they can't feel their hands.
What did you just hand me?
The blueprints for diplomacy.
Is that your LMG?
Yes, that is the LMG. But this design is more of akin to like a minigun barrel design, but like compact.
Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. With enough resources, we might be able to combine these concepts. But are you asking me to put this together for you, or?
I want you to just take a look at it and go through my numbers and math, because I feel I have this right, but with this moving part, he starts pointing at some things. Because this is moving, and we have these going through here, being belt fed here. If the slightest calculation isn't to the exact number, they can collide with this point here and cause a catastrophic failure.
Oh yeah. Interesting. High risk, high reward, I suppose.
Yeah. Take some time, sit on this a little bit for me. Just kind of double check me on it.
I'd be happy to. I require a drink and a nap because I've been working nonstop on that, and I did promise Nisha I take a stab at some phasing tech, but I'll take a look at it.
I'll say, like, this isn't anytime soon. I just want you to sit on this for me. Because really, if, and this is a big if here, we ever go back to Valua, if I get to my father's workshop and nothing's been touched, the materials should be there to make this weapon.
That sounds like a trip to.
Well, Ooh, what I just handed you is beginning to sink in.
Ross is already rolling it up in like a leather tarp. What are you talking about? It's just a gun.
Just do me a favor. Be very careful with it. I've been sitting on this idea for a while. And it was something that was kind of in the camp of I could do, but should I? And seeing Eris with my family kind of sets me over the edge. So I don't know if I made the right choice in letting that leave the workshop and putting it in your hands, but hopefully this is something that we and people we trust can use to keep us and people we care about safe.
Unfortunately, my friend, when it comes down to stuff like this, there are more than just us gunning for these ideas. There's probably like several hundred minds out there that are trying to produce similar effects. I mean, there's a weapon in particular my father and I designed that
Great
I
arms
pray-
race.
I pray Valua does not have a working model for it, because if it does, well, we're going to be seeing the cities wiped off the map.
All right.
Anyway, that's the tech. Those are my thoughts. Let me know. And look it over. But I believe God was trying to say something.
What a bunch of nerds.
Nerds.
These are the nerds that win, start, and end wars.
This is how you get 86. All right. So, we fast forward to a bit of time where, again, have your ship upgraded. The Pao Long looks very nice. Get some nice, solid quality touch of life upgrades. So the frame of it is the Yafutomen dragon design. That has now like, all right, this is more for my Final Fantasy fans out there. Particularly Bahamut Zero. How it has kind of like those actually Neo Bahamut Fury, Bahamut Neo. It's one of there's a few of the Bahamuts that are out there that have these metal chasing.
I want to point this out.
Huh?
You just called us nerds. I want to point that out just for a moment.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, how different aesthetic portions of it are like adorned with these not only metal bracers, but also have red and purple moonstone enchantment etchings on them. The hull itself has been decorated now to have not only it has its nice lacquer underneath of wood, but now over that has a nice sheet of like really hardened steel and brace it, especially in its front and engine hulls, greatly increasing its defenses. It is now on par with normal normal fighter ships, because it itself more of the weaker speedy book.
Bahamut Zero is the one you're thinking of, by the way.
I thought so. I thought it was Bahamut.
The silver one, right?
Yeah, silver one.
Yeah, Bahamut Zero.
Yeah. Pina comes aboard your ship.
Oh god.
Hey, repairs are all done, and upgrades complete.
Excellent, excellent.
So, yeah, it's going to Glacia.
Yep.
Look. Need anything else?
As he walks away to the sunset. Man, what a strange little man.
Nobody told me an eclipse was happening today.
Good luck.
God.
Mordecai, he's like 4'7", dude. Like, we're towering over him.
He's a solid 3 feet.
Oh, once again,
We aren't towering over him. Some of us are.
if he's 3 foot, I mean, all of us are not towering. Like, that's just only 5
Actually,
foot
wait.
tall.
I was about to say, Lisha is not towering over him.
That's
2 feet. 2 feet towering over is pretty tall.
Lycia doesn't tower, she looms.
Cat on a pedestal.
Yeah, like my cat on the cat tree.
Like, Meow, kitty, meow. Alright, so.
Alright.
You have your
What's
upgrades.
this terrible, horrible thing that's gonna happen?
I don't know. What terrible, horrible thing do you think is going to happen? Nothing's happened. You're fine. Everything's good. The ship is up to date. You guys are all set and ready. Shalu's below
in-
deck.
He better not come up either, because, my god, he's gonna... Whew.
I mean, it's bad enough the fuckers are reporting to Arthur behind our back and going through Jax and all the other people that are brainwashed as well. So, like, no matter what we're doing, we're being watched.
Yeah.
What are you all doing? What's the course of action? You could continue to stay in Sailor's Island, do whatever the hell it is that you want to do here. If you want to investigate what the fuck Iris is doing, go right on ahead. If you want Eris, if you investigate more along the Isles here, or you can go straight on now. Right to It's a
yeah, I'm
northern
pretty sure
path.
we have to go to Glacia. Like, we don't really have a choice of going anywhere else, Mark.
Oh,
We're on a
look!
frame.
Golly gee, look at that! Looks like you have your heading all planned out, right? For you. You
Planned is a strong word, but yes.
you issue your orders to the crew. Oh. Off. Make north. Lacey. Everyone gets ready as different members of your crew, especially most of the members of your crew, kind of look at you guys and like, aside from Leaf and Oscar, everyone else just looks and is like, hold, as they are all Nasirians.
The thing
Or
is, we have time. We can get you outfits. Can we get heaters?
Hold on. Frost will go down below deck. A few minutes go by, brings up a crate, busts the top open. For those who are worried about being cold, get your cloaks here.
Ah,
I don't hear no one bitching about it when we get in there. We know it's going to be cold, but this is the time to warm up.
so the outfits that not only Agatha has provided your main crew, but also various things that you've acquired are like at least shelled out a bit of the side money section to better prepare for yourselves. You bust that out open and boom, the crew, they looking at you all pretty happy of your foresight. You know, okay, we're still in good hands. You know, they left us kind of at the Forgotten Alcazar, but everything was still good. We were just maintaining the ship. Nothing crazy was happening. All right.
We give you a wage. We give you a level.
Yeah, we get a
Didn't
wage.
fucking
We get like we're doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
And you
We're
get
doing,
dungeon bonuses.
and we get
Yeah.
dungeon. Yeah, you know what? This is
If any of you are looking for something,
This
and
is
we find
real
something
great.
Like it, yeah.
oh, you're taking requests now. You see, Cerolis. Cerolis is like, oh, okay. So, actually, passed by a
This is about the goddamn cards, I swear.
So,
Listening.
two things. One, if you do find a deck of lost ancient cards,
I'm
love
keeping
to.
them.
Ah!
Sorry, those are mine.
I just want like some old. I heard tale of like you could play them in.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
what's
okay.
the other thing?
All right, the other thing is I found some. One of them was a first team, and they made me this. And you see like this somewhat crude but portable, steampunky camera-like device.
Okay.
Right.
What does that do?
This draws a photo, or a image, like a artist drawing shot.
Okay.
Want something funny of black hole?
Should we?
Nothing. I'm just talking about blackmail. I mean,
I'm right here.
Let's put him in a funny outfit.
Excuse you.
Yes.
Still standing right here.
And?
I don't recall when I became the ship jester. I believe I do enough on the ship.
This is just for a photo thingy that he's saying.
So now you speak.
yeah. This is artistry.
Yeah.
Looking for fine art and like things to remember.
Fine art. See, there you go.
Yes, you can appreciate
art.
this, right?
There you go.
Leaf actually goes over Elisha and Ross. Happen to
Well, I'm sure that Lasha here would definitely be able to acquire some tech like that. You know, she's got the magical fingers and everything.
You have a green moonstone that I don't believe we are using.
Yes, we do have one. Because I remember we got some and then some were put in weapons. But I think that's one that wasn't put into anything.
I still have it available. I've been trying to keep track of the inventory a little better. Now, forgive me for assuming, but green moonstones are typically used for healing or poisoning. You don't sound like it's malicious, so if you need to send like a healing potion or something, we do have, admittedly few, but we do have some.
Does he have a broody backstory now?
No. Does he?
After you made him up on the spot and we made you keep him?
Gotta flush out NPC somehow.
That's true. I mean, I don't speak for the entire crew, but I don't believe I had plans for the green moonstone. I'm sure I could find something to use it for, but
I don't think we need it unless somebody else specifically has a purpose for it.
I wanted to learn green magic.
Good.
We do also have a shard.
This also doesn't something that you have to immediately do. Work towards this.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we already have one on hand, so it's kind of like...
We're trying to be good bosses.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Good higher ups.
We also kind of forced him onto our ship.
He was
None-
paid.
We threw
Yup.
money at him.
Him.
I have to say,
Y'all
force
bought
is a
him.
very strong.
He was
It
paid
a team
generously.
effort. He was. Way too much.
Oh, way too much. Oh, way too much
Don't
now.
tell everybody else how much you were paid.
Are we going to be the kind of workplace that's like, don't discuss your wages with your
Yeah,
coworkers?
don't discuss your wages.
Oh man.
Okay. We can just table that and then see if we find another one, honestly.
And
I'm gonna handle
Um,
the green moonstone
All right.
if we're not using it, and
Yeah.
no one has a specific.
I agree.
I don't know what you're using it for. Will this help? All right. Now, before I hand this to you, and I hate that I have to ask this, will this bite me in the ass later? Cool.
and he, like, you hand it to him, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Doc." Goes and does his thing, comes back, more moonstone.
All right.
Are you all ready to head out now to?
Can we take a photo?
What
How
is
many
that photo?
photos does it take? What?
It takes one photo. What is the smallest shard of moon? Shards or fragments?
You tell us, man. I
Fragments.
thought it was
That's what it
fragments.
is.
It's fragments.
It takes one fragment of any moonstone,
Oh. Hmm.
but it will take a crystal clear picture. It already has 3 fragments.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I was just saying we could like, get a crew picture before we go out.
I'm curious to see how this device works. I mean, if it does take something so quickly, otherwise we don't be posing for an artist for several hours.
Exactly. How does a device like this work?
Uh,
Take the picture.
so Sorolus goes over. I was you just kind of prop it up like so, or like someone holds it like this, and then they hit both sides. And that activates the moonstone shard, and the shard produces silver pocket blanket right below it. Thing called a phone.
I'm just going back through the Twitch chat. Apparently, Bradford felt
Yeah.
bad enough for that bird, but they gave you a high five.
No, I don't want it.
What you find is that Bip kind of pokes up and is like, choo, choo, choo.
Bip can take the picture.
Bip can take the picture as he's right side up and willing to hold out his arms and like
Oh,
press his feathers together to take the photo for you.
what a good boy.
I also have a. I forgot I have a pet now. I gotta look up that
Yeah.
motherfucker's name.
Yep, you named it.
It
Alright.
hasn't been relevant.
Picture?
All right, picture.
Ah, it's Taji.
Haji.
Alright. Not that it's relevant to the situation. Okay. I will. Sure. I guess
Frost is
everyone-
gonna JoJo pose for it.
Oh my god.
You all get ready. You all have a nice moment. The rest of the crew kind of like all gets up on deck.
We're getting the camaraderie.
Some camaraderie.
Team bonding.
Like Leaf, since he's the broad side of a barn, just kind of gets in between, gets kind of behind you four, as it like just kind of fans out and everybody gets in like nice little pose. Gorillus gets over to the side. Hala,
You don't have to say all their names, it's okay.
all right, but I'd like to make it like that. Each one of your respective crewmates that
Yeah.
brought on board to the ship kind of like cozies up and is like, man, pose with me. And then
Or are we taking dances now?
and basically just kind of gets them together for this big photo as Bip kind of gets out and choop, takes a nice photo. At first it looks upside down, and then you realize, oh, it just ejects the photo upside down and then
Oh.
right side up it. And it looks like this very detailed, kind of like black and white photo, but like super detailed to where it almost looks like color would be coming out of it.
Interesting.
Nice sleep.
Nice.
And where did you get the Ceros?
Somewhere here on Sailor's Isle. We're in the Farast Eastend. I was just thinking about and found a nice
Fascinating.
little rogues there were selling.
May have to tinker with this at some point, but enjoy your purchase.
Thank you. He takes the camera and then was like, wait, hold up, I told you to take. Oh shit, I used one! Alright, don't forget the other two. The other two for
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get him an outfit. Don't worry. Okay.
I'm standing right here.
I
Your
said
point?
good pictures of dirt. See, like I need the most beautiful mounds.
Why shut?
Leave that. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
You want a good mound, you say?
Fletch, I think he wants to see your titties.
Not my titties. What about your titties?
Yeah.
You didn't
What about
specify what
Mordecai's
mound.
titties?
Yeah.
Well, my chest is just about open. Like, have you seen how deep this V goes on my shirt? Like, the slight breeze and my nipples pop out.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, between the two of you, you are a couple possessed of a wonderful quartet.
Oh my god.
You should all be proud.
Man.
All right.
I could say that.
Oh my god.
You know what? You know what? Let's do that. As you guys are all discussing and
What?
talking,
Hold on.
Do what?
Check Twitch chat.
could we? Are we able to bring him in? Okay, okay. Please bring in our wonderful old man here.
Oh god.
While we get our old man here, I'm gonna get more water to hydrate.
Alright.
Okay, never mind. My moderator is already on the job. Huh? Watch all these pings happen.
Hello.
Hello, Shalu!
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
What have you all been up to?
It has been quite a time on this visit. I believe in a moment we should probably have a discussion about something we heard
What
about.
discussion?
The ship has been refitted now with purple and red moonstone armaments or armor, in order to combat the heavy ice and weather of Glacier. Upon such, some of the crew had specific requests for things on further adventure. Cyrolis' request, he had given the crew a silver moonstone device made by one of the blue rogues that was of Sailor's Isle, that allows for basically like photos, such using alchemy and moonstone shard. An archaic but very inventive invention this time.
Sounds very interesting.
Our cast and crew are now ready to take off Glacia as you come up to the top of the deck from your lower perch, to find them all finishing up taking a photo and getting ready to set sail.
So, what have you been up to the past few days, Shalu?
What have I been up to? Mostly very boring observations and theory crafting. If you would like to take a look at my notebook, you can. However, if you get a migraine from it, I'm not responsible.
I might as well rip this band-aid off. Did you have any interesting conversations
Unfortunately, no. I mostly kept to myself, though your crew is pretty amicable. Several jokes about an old man, being able to outdrink some of these people here, but other than that, what about you? How fared your adventures?
Well, we bumped into quite a gathering of interesting people.
Hold on. Hold on. Carry on.
Oh. I see. Some of which may or may not have connections to the ailments that we discussed with you when we first met.
Tell me more, if you can.
Well, unless DM stops me.
Oh, keep going.
One of oh, I don't like that.
Mark, did you see what I DM'd you?
Ooh.
One of which mentioned that you have been using stones that we had on us when we met to contact someone they were connected to. Does that sound familiar? And at this point, I am speaking like low, so it's like us and Shalou. It's probably like, I'm not like shouting this over the deck.
Yes. So,
I just want to clarify that to the DM.
excellent. So, Shalou leans in and says, well, actually, this is good timing. You see, we're going to say that I know what I'm talking about. The stones that I acquired from all of you, I was contacted via them by a moderately average-looking individual who politely asked me to join him, backstab all of you, and have great research, knowledge, and power. To which I said, a very interesting offer, but unfortunately, you're about like a week and a half too late, and turned him down. But quite a charismatic individual. If only they were better looking. In any case, this person is now actively aware of my involvement with all of you, but being, unfortunately for him, the man of scruples that I am, did turn him down, because if there is one thing I unfortunately enjoy more than research and knowledge, it is being a man of my word, because if you're not a man of your word at this age, what are you doing with yourself?
Of course. What are you doing with it?
Backstabbing and drama and shut the fuck up, Mark. So,
Mark.
don't worry about that. Sometimes it's the voice in my head. He says dangerous things to me, and I try to ignore.
Well, did this mark in your head convince you to take the stones from us, or potentially activate them, or were you just holding on to it and you got a call?
We're gonna go ahead and say that I was just holding on to it. Didn't think anything of them. All of a sudden, they shined very brightly. I said, what the hell is going on here? I'm trying to write down a thesis. And, it was like, let me have you help me out. I'll give you great power and knowledge and a gigas. All if you do what I say. And I said, have a wonderful day. And I hung up the phone.
And can you tell us why you were hanging on to them?
You want me to throw them away?
Or, don't take them to begin with? Do you know what?
I can't answer this question. I can't answer this question because I don't know why I took them. I can't answer this question because I don't know why I took them. So,
you, the player?
No, me, the player.
Yeah,
no.
All right. Real quick.
You better supply him a reason.
Come with me over to the private channel real quick.
Okay,
I'll be back.
Cause Mark
I was like, oh yeah, you did this, and I'm like,
It was your idea.
I'm a forgetful guy.
Oh, God.
remember.
All right. To refresh your memory, you understood that part of the contract that they served is that they had to keep communication with Arthur and let him know through these communication stones. And as part of their contract, anything that they find out, they relay secretively through their stone. So that's why you took them.
I see. This makes much more sense. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
Okay, let's go.
I don't have a brain. And then you haven't been there for a hot second.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna rewind in time a little bit, and he goes, "Oh,
Okay.
these stones." So, and he pulls out like a little fake magic contract. So, as part of a provision in your contract,
I need everyone to make me a will save.
oh my god,
Be excited. Haha, fuck you from the DM.
We're gonna add a +2 for
I don't even gotta use
part of the ship, part of the crew to get myself up there to 5.
Motherfucker,
Done and
why
done?
did I say that?
I'm gonna use
he just,
fate point.
I can
Woo.
feel
Oh,
Shalu's migraine coming on. Like, these
Good.
people.
Good.
I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not. You made it worse. They literally targeted Mordecai's family.
We're gonna have a whole conversation about that.
Oh, we will.
Pardon me while I debate how many fucking fate points. What's the save at right now?
5. The save is 5. Thanks to Shalu.
Fate points. Which
And
I do
also thanks to
appreciate.
your own action. Ah.
You have the
Advantage
things
roll.
from earlier. Yeah.
Heroic high 5.
Oh yeah, how do I use that?
Basically,
Roll
roll advantage, so roll again. Take the higher number.
Awesome.
Ah!
Rad.
Well,
Oh, you have
technically,
another
you have
one.
2. You have another one. If
Yeah.
you get another 0, please get another
Another
0. Please.
-1. -2. Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Now you're only gonna use
Okay.
1 fate point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this in the sanctuary charm. Hit 5.
Done and done.
There you go.
Well, thank you for the high fives. I didn't know I had. So.
Who fails? That's what I want to know.
So far, they all pass because they use their fate point.
I
You
almost
didn't have to use fate points.
I almost let that 0 sit because I'm like, Mordecai's heated about this, but go on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So as such, you guys fight your contracts, and Shalu, you see this. You see the contract still afflicting.
Right.
As
Well, I'm glad that we didn't have to get into a fight here. One moment, and he's gonna make some ice and put you guys in like a. He'll put himself in a box. Put himself in a box, just like.
put yourself in a box of ice.
Put himself in a box of ice.
Okay, that you could.
Just in case. We throw hands here. Okay, so I was saying, provisionally, as one of the many things that you must do, which of course triggered your contract, these stones that you have, unconsciously, every experience that you make, every conversation that you have, every piece of knowledge that you encounter, you, at some point in time, will report this back to this individual who's made this contract in the first place, effectively making it so that your eyes, ears, and experience, the things that you know, are not your own. And everything that you experience, he experiences. Therefore, I said, well, perhaps it would be advantageous if he didn't know these things, and then I took them aside. If you would like to have them back and report everything that you know, experience, and effectively think to this individual, very well. But in my understanding, especially from the conversation that we had, that this is a man that's not your friend, especially after the conversation I had where he attempted to persuade me to effectively destroy your ship. Therefore, it would be in your interest, regardless of whatever downsides happen, not to let him know your every breathing, waking moment and what you've experienced, as you, I assume, want to have this man be downfalled.
As you finish saying this, Shalu, I need everybody on deck to make a notice check -3.
Can I talk?
Fucker.
Yes. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. You're a smart man, aren't you, Shalu?
I'm a scholar. I don't know about smart. So wise in specific
right,
matters,
okay.
absolutely.
Well, I think that you should be smart enough to understand that there would have been some kind of consequences to you taking them. Under the pretense of helping us.
The pretense of helping you. Yes. Okay.
I
I'm sure there are consequences.
Yes. There's
Great.
some very serious consequences for Mordecai's family, actually, that are
As-
very directly involved now because you did that.
I do feel the need, knowing this and having it spoken plainly to us, that Shalu, I do see your point, and forgive me for forgetting it.
Continue on.
Especially in the knowledge that he's now outside trying to use you to completely get rid of us instead of use us as pawns at this point. This checks in with what Darius was saying about how he's starting to get antsy about us, how he feels like he should have just wiped us when he could. He took a gamble with us, now he feels like it's not paying off. So, for your knowledge, Shalu, and the reason I came into this heated, and thank you, Dalashi, I do appreciate a jump in. Elements of my family are now being held hostage because he feels he is not in control of the situation anymore. So
Well,
we didn't know exactly what communications had been going on between you two. We were just made aware of them with that interesting gathering I mentioned.
absolutely.
But this is not the perfect situation, and I will put on the table I am not happy with where it is, but personally, and it's just me, having thought a lot about the situation the past 24 hours, it does make sense.
I can understand why, right? I can. But situations have happened now because of it, and I think at least he needs to acknowledge part of what he did was a mistake, and he needs to apologize to you. And that's
Think
how
of-
I feel about it.
There's a few things here. When you're dealing with an evil homicidal maniac, these things are
Obviously.
likely to happen one way or another, with or without context. It seems that he is on the road of getting rid of you either way. So this may have happened
You
alternatively.
accelerated it, is how I feel.
I've accelerated that. For that, you have my apologies.
Thank
To
you.
cause this incident, my apologies. I would be happy to work with you and try and recover your family. I don't know where they're being held or what the context is, but as I said, I'm here to assist. So if I can help with my profound assortment of magic to launch a rescue operation for them, very well. This man wants you out of the picture. If he needs to hurt your family, your friends, your childhood house, whatever is important to you, it seems that this is the top of his to-do list. I have, unfortunately, accelerated this. But at the same time, there is a small window of opportunity in that he no longer knows your every movement. This, of course, displeases him, caused him to act out rashly, but now there is also a blind spot. I am very sorry that your family has been held hostage. I did not know that this is where we were going to be going here. I thought that this perhaps would be useful, and apologize once again that this has happened. I can return these stones to you, but I think this is unwise, and instead, we should focus on the bigger picture, which is that this man is actively coming for you.
I do agree. At this point, you might as well keep them.
Damage is done. Like,
yeah.
there's no point, really.
And I do feel the need again to say thank you for agreeing to come with us, especially in the face of such exorbitant promises he was attempting to make to you. He offered you a gigas?
A gigas, if I completed. Yes, yes. But I am a man of my word, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. So, such things were interesting, but I think that your adventures will be far more interesting, and I have already agreed to keep you company and assist. It does make large promises, though. It was quite a formidable foe. In my day, the amount of people that could offer you a gigas were no more than a handful. I'm not going to talk too much on length about that, but you have challenged someone with status.
Indeed. Ross, Lisha, do you have anything you want to weigh in on this with?
Not at all.
Lisha?
No.
Well, then I suppose I will propose the obvious question in my mind, which is, what is your next course of action, and how might I be able to assist?
I think that was last on the checklist before we move on to Glacia, yes?
Wait, what about your family?
Yes.
Where,
Okay.
where are they being held hostage?
Okay.
It's
Held
a moving
hostage.
target.
Yes. Yes. So, it is not in the literal sense of being held hostage. It is held hostage, but they don't know it.
It's a pointed threat has been made.
Yes.
A dangerous person has been placed alongside them under the guise of being friendly.
Yeah. So there's not a lot that we can do about that. Right
And
now.
Can you not just force it? No, go ahead.
well, this sounds and feels weird to say, but oddly enough, for the time being, I don't think they're in immediate danger with Eris. Is the other Sylvite, the chaos-loving Sylvite I believe we told you about. She is currently bored of her position, but at the same time takes sick pleasure in holding it over my head. So, if I know her at all, she's going to enjoy grinding her heel into that a bit. Probably send letters or something if I know her. So, and we've kept the Lashian waiting long enough. And honestly, Glacia and finding the treasure in the Arkwell is another avenue to wrapping all of this up. So,
Well, I would say forcibly kidnap your family and remove them from the situation. But I'm not in charge here. You are. So if that's your wisdom, we will go with it. And off to Glacia. Yes. Sounds cold.
It is. Are you
Is that-
prepared for the weather?
I'm prepared for any weather. This is the power of being a magician. You can go anywhere. Do all of you have winter wear?
yes, taking care of it.
So-
thank you. And
Because a test of fate was high fashion, I will be ignoring the -3 notice roll I just had you all.
Ooh. That's it?
Trust me, that did plenty.
Alright.
what do Laisha and Frost's elvish eyes see?
I will say someone actually hails you a bit real quick. Elisha, Rost, the individual that is just off the port side is familiar, wearing a hood up as a somewhat of a full cover mask, and kind of has a moonstone accent. It's been a while since you about since Mordecai's hometown. What was that?
Said it's gotta be Apple.
It is indeed. Ross Applegate.
It's Apple.
Kind of still goes with his mask and kind of flags the crew down as have a cup I can do. Hey.
The Batchman.
Ross looks over and gives him a nod.
Mind if I come aboard?
Why?
For a moment, I need to check something.
What are you checking?
Your ship.
For?
Shipwright back in... I can leave.
Mordecai, I just want you. Shalu looks at you like, if you need me to blast this man, let me know. That's just the expression
No,
on his face.
No.
He didn't say anything.
Apple, you know as well as I do, a captain makes sure they know exactly why someone's coming on board their ship. So you gotta check something you were a shipwright, I need to know what you're checking.
Checking certain power regulations. Over in your
Ross
engine.
turns to his crew. Well, he needs to check the power regulations.
We just had the ship overhauled, and he.
I can leave if you want.
It's you do understand this is a strange encounter, yes?
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
breaking
I
character
do.
here. When it comes to Apple Team, remind me, is he in good standing or is he in bad standing with us currently?
Isn't he in good?
He's in good standing. He's like, alright. So out of character and what you even technically recall, before and post brainwashing, technically he works under Arthur. But at the same time, truthfully, he works under Lord Bane.
He also definitely helped us where he could have hurt us on the way in to that Arthur fight.
Yes, absolutely.
I do remember that.
And Ross will turn back over to Apple. Power regulations, you know, we do need someone to take a look at that. Come on board. Permission granted.
If you don't
Finally.
mind me hovering over your shoulder.
Problem. Taking something off.
You have the necessary things to hold on to said thing?
Yep. He takes off his cowl, and you see the inside lining of it is all silver moonstone thread. So what he does, and you guys can all follow him. You follow Ross all the way down to the lower deck towards the engine room. You see him kind of like almost bang and shove slightly inward one section of a piece, like the moonstone generator engine for you for the fuel, slightly dislodge a section, reach back over with a hand, pull something out, and then grip and force it to slide back into place. What he pulls out is this mixture of red and yellow moonstone tech that is rigged to some sort of device. It's hard to gesture and judge. It looks like it's also hooked up to two vials that look to have moon.
That is some powerful shit. Can I roll like crafts or something to like take a guess at what that is?
Roll me a crafts at a -4.
-4.
Hey, the old man.
The old man, you can roll crafts. Roll the flat 0 and just add a +3.
Why don't you roll it for me?
Ah, that's right.
I'm gonna pump Benevolent Engineer and the Sundered Spear into that. I'm gonna burn 2 fate points into that. I feel like he might tell us, but just in case.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I think I have a stunt for this.
Yes, what makes this thing
Yes.
tick?
Oh yeah. Okay, well then I'll just take the bonus from that. So that'll end up being +6. So net +2.
Gotcha.
So
Shalu, we would say you'd spend a fate point on Inquisitive, bringing your total up to same as Mordecai. What you both come to understand from your perspectives is that not only is this a sort of fashion bomb, it is also a sigil that, when activated, would activate a kind of almost Grillnose virus amongst the whole ship that would weaken the entire crew.
Right. Once again, Shawu is going to look at Mordecai like, would you like me to depose of this man?
Sven, no.
As
a very good favor.
as Ross puts it in the cowl-like bag, like. Right?
Oh, wait, no. He removed this or he added this?
He removed
removed
this.
Excellent, man. No, I thought he added it. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, we would have just been standing there like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
we just got a bomb added to our ship? No.
Well then, didn't expect that in the engine bay.
Something that was left.
uh-huh.
Is there anything else that's left over?
Knowledge.
It's like, I'm not getting sleep tonight.
Oh,
Oh, Mordecai.
Mr. Ross, now tell me, with that device there, was that a couple moonberries I saw on there?
Yeah, do.
So, two things. One, can you tell us what the device would have done? And two, can you get those berries out of there?
The first, he explains the same thing I just explained to these two, to the rest of the group. Second, he could, but it would take him at least 3 days.
Just to have it waiting for us at Bane Isle.
He's like, you can have one.
That does seem fair payment.
Absolutely. I mean, you didn't have to go and get this off, but we definitely appreciate it. So, I can agree to that.
I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. You introduced a whole new level of paranoia that I did not currently possess, so thank you.
All right, inspection looks clean. Luck on you.
Escort him up, give him a salute.
He leaves, gives a salute, heads on out. Good job on that 91 test of fate roll.
Oh my god. As Mordecai is just slowly putting the tech eye in.
Oh, Mordecai.
You see, well, an abundance of tech because it's your ship.
Uh-huh. No,
It's really hard to fine tune and discern with all the amounts of tech that's on your ship.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I might have a thing that you gave me in the last dungeon that might help with that though.
I'm very
Oxygen
behind on the
check.
party, but who could have possibly put this in the first place?
That's probably
Arthur.
Arthur and or one of his lackeys.
When would he have time to sneak onto this ship?
Technically
was-
right after Bane Isle
Yeah.
because you had Nitok and everyone else on the ship.
There's also the window of missing time after we
When
lost
we
the
were-
fight.
Yes.
So I can't believe I didn't think to check but for something like that. I feel very foolish.
A very dangerous man.
You can, or we can, because we can help you as well. Search the ship while we're on the way.
Mark, in the loot for the Alcazar, you gave me something called a Moonstone Electrometer.
Yes.
Would that help the situation? I don't think I ever got a solid idea what that does.
Give me a moment. Pester me that out of session, and I will let you know.
Okay.
By all means, any loot that you guys have acquired, remind me and pester me. This way I give you specific things for the loot that you guys get.
Back 'em around.
Also the trinket. Just throwing that one out there again.
Yep.
Alright.
The trinket that you end up finding, from before with Rias, you find there is a mini shield. This mini shield is able to hover and kind of bounce around, much like a Captain America. It's like it fits almost like the size of your palm. But you notice that you can throw it like a racquetball and it'll kind of bounce. After a certain amount of bounces, it will kind of find its way back.
Alright, I just noticed this shield that was in my pocket after we disarmed a bomb on the ship. Thank you, Mark.
Welcome.
Put it on the board.
All right, and with that, anything else further?
Yeah, I think we're heading off to Glacia.
All right, so
Hit the road.
let us begin this journey to Glacia. The journey to Glacia will take about, since it was to the Forgotten Alcazar, it's about 2 days. Glacia will take about 3.5. Or, if you want to take about a day and a half, could go south to Glacia. However, if you try to go south to Glacia, you have 2 things to contend with.
You said shortcut, is how long? Day and a half?
Day and a half.
Shortcut is yes. So the day and a half shortcut has you having to work against 3 things. There is the Tricyclones
Oh god.
that are south of Sailor's Island. There is the greater Rift Wall, which is basically the air current wall. That shouldn't be too hard to get through with your current ship upgrades. And then third, and the biggest, hardest one, figuring out a way around through, or some other possible conceivable method, a section of the Dark Rift.
Might have a solution for that.
Oh, here, like a section of Dark Rift. Ooh, it's pretty spicy.
Because Frost found some notes and on navigating the Dark Rift in Alcazar.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Rift travel and design notes, yeah.
Hey, yes, you remember.
I did an audit. That all being said, supposing the notes are good and help us through, and our ship design helps us through the rift wall, the Tricyclones, which sounds intimidating, should be our biggest hiccup.
Okay,
If-
okay.
If we, or do we have a choice of which?
Yeah, you can go either or. If you go the longer path, it is the safer path ish.
Yeah.
The
What-
only
what
thing that
about
you have
one?
to the only thing you have to worry about is that you are technically going past Valuan airspace.
Ah,
My question was, with the shortcut, do we have a choice of what hazard we bump into, or is it?
Unfortunately, it will be a roll of the dice as the lightning just kind of crackles.
Tell me about a tricyclone, Mark.
Tricyclone. Well, you guys almost experienced it once.
Yep.
Back when you were going to the Ixa region.
I look it up in my journal.
Did.
Mm-hmm.
The tricyclones are a vast.
It's a dog and stormy eyed.
Yeah, did you guys hear that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we heard the last two.
Alright. Nature itself is giving me ambience.
The big boop.
Blow out the big boop. The tricyclones themselves, they're these very dangerous cyclones that are chaotically winding through the mass cyclones that spur and go all about the belt that leads to the Ixa region. It is the natural defense for the Ixa territories themselves, as the air currents as well as rift walls have laid out this stretch of defensive terrain along its southern borders. The tricyclone, there's a tale that deep within the heart of this mass tricyclone sits a treasure, the treasure of 100 sunken ships. But no one has yet lived to see the salvage. The tricyclone itself, as I stated before, is this mass whirl of wind that chaotically rides around the southern belt. There's I would say there's about 5 mass cyclones. Although they do not destroy ships, they vastly throw and keep them at bay between the southern section of the Ixa Isles, bringing ships to either blows or back to the entrance of the belt itself. Ixa legend says the Richtalish themselves, their beaded wings are what gives life to these cyclones. But of course, this is just a rumor.
But of course. Alright.
Don't trust that
Uh,
guy.
Well, I'm of the opinion that we lost a lot of time already with the Alcazar segue. No offense to Luke.
Untaken.
That wasn't without its merits though, so I guess the question is, do we play it safe or do we risk one of the 3 hazards of the other route, or more potentially, but 2 of which we have a solid workaround? The cyclone is the biggest hiccup there. If we had a mind to it in free time, I wouldn't be opposed to riding the currents and trying to investigate this treasure, but we don't have the time for that right now, I think. We do run the risk of backtracking and taking more time, though, with the cyclone, it sounds like.
I'm not sure if the payoff of doing the shorter would be worth it. If we end up, getting sidetracked, or like you said, like we end up spending more time.
We want to make sure that we take precautions to be safe, considering that the storms in and around Glacia may be detrimental to the ship. So, with that, if we have to take a little extra to get around the cyclones, let's do it. We do not have the time to be investigating or to be testing theories and such. So that just leaves us one of the 2 other routes, which I believe one we're a little more equipped for, if I remember correctly.
So it's the only the 2 routes. It's the safe route or the shortcut that takes half the time, well, a little more than half the time, a little less than half the time, excuse me. But there are hazards that we might have to go around the rift wall a little bit, which the ship can do, or traverse the dark rift, which feasibly we can do. It's just the cyclone that is the big hazard, but I don't know if it's nerves getting to me. My vote is personally for attempting the shortcut, but I'm not the sole decision maker. So
All right. So you want to take the shortcut, Delashi?
there are merits to both.
Yeah. I mean,
Long route or
let's go with the
shortcut?
shortcut. Let's go
Shortcut?
with the shortcut.
All right. Elisha, you down with the shortcut?
Hey, whatever works.
All right. So my next question is, are we having Sorolus pilot us through, or are we going to try to give it a crack at it?
How confident do we feel as I double check? I could drive a crafts, but I have a little bit of a debuff for it if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Can't I assist Mordecai?
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause we've done that
Delashi,
before.
yeah, Delashi could pilot.
Mhm.
So
Mordecai taught me.
I do think this is Tillin out of character at this point. If Mark allows it, I think having two people at the helm to grant assistance to whoever's driving might be the play.
Gonna have a lot of backseat drivers.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
call them navigators.
so if Ross has a drive of 2,
Yeah.
Rose has a drive of 3.
My man.
Ross will look over his shoulder at Sorolus. So, Mr. Sorolus,
Hi, Captain, or captains, or crew.
Captain, when it comes to our course, I hope you brought your brown pants. We're taking the shortcut.
Oh, and on the map here, that way, due south, west, I'd say.
Now, if you do not feel comfortable or confident enough to go through this, let me know. We'll take the wheel.
Ah, all right. I see.
It'd be a shame if, the story never got out about how Sorolus expertly piloted a ship through these storms, through these obstacles, and arrived unscathed to the destination.
Getting me with the old sweet talk. Well, you paid me enough on top of that, so how can I refuse?
That,
Ross
ladies and
throws him
gentlemen,
a
is how
wink.
you pass the buck.
Ross
Make
will be
sure I
standing at
don't
the
get
helm,
thrown
folks.
overboard, if anything, alright?
Don't worry, Mr. Sorolus. We'll take care of you.
You promoted to Mister. You're making your way up at the
Oh, look at me, see? This is how you squeaky wheel gets the race, Chrono.
Ross will make sure he has his board strapped to his back as he goes and stands up by Sorolus at the helm.
Alright, let's do let's roll.
Just so I understand, Mark, is just having the notes available and at the ready a good enough defense for coming up on a section of a dark rift, or do I need to roll to interpret, or
You do need to roll lore in order to interpret the section that you.
lore though?
Yep, it is lore for this one.
Ah, I know a
Can
guy.
I assist? Can I
Please.
pull out my journal?
I'm trying to make heads or tails of this. Like, you know what? Like, I might, given time and resources, be able to design around this, but I can't make heads or tails of this as far as navigation. Delafi.
Oops.
Ah!
Oh. I'm gonna reroll that.
Delashi?
I'm gonna reroll that.
Delashi.exe has stopped working.
Consider Delashi assisted from me.
He's the Delashi reboot. Ah!
haven't used any fate points yet. So.
Spending a fate point.
All right,
Yeah,
and then
that's
that's a
better.
+2, because I'm using Eternal.
Gotcha.
So it's a 3.
Journal.
And plus whatever assistance I can lend.
Well, you helped with a reroll, friend.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that was? I was just gonna use 2 fate points.
Yeah, at least one of those was a reroll from one guy.
Okay. Red.
Oh man. So you're going with 3? Oh, you also have a heroic high 5, so you can add a +1.
Oh yeah, the one that Ashley wanted to give me a -1 on. Yeah, I'll take the +1
Wow!
because that's how
Wow!
it's a heroic high 5.
Is the extra salt good for your little snack?
Oh man, see, my moderator is saying the sass might change the decision here.
Too late.
It's the DM.
Moderator, input in the chat how you feel about the current standing situation.
I'm sure I already know.
Oh man.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. Oh man. All right. So you get your +1, but sass back. So total of 4, correction? Okay.
4.
Okay. It's enough to discern what you need to do for the Dark Rift. There are certain pockets and sections of it, at least, that you have to try to force your way through. The safest section of the Dark Rift is going to be just past Esperanza, from what it says in the notes. However, if you would still like to try to go past any section of the Dark Rift, there are ways to test it. The ways to test it are by shooting magic at the sides of the Dark Rift. If you shoot a strong enough blast of energy, as long as the blast itself does not distort, you'll find the nick in the wall of where you can attempt to pass through. However, once you are in the Dark Rift, that is where the other challenge goes, because while you'll get into it via the section of wall, in order to come out the section that you desire is a different challenge entirely.
This is supposing it becomes relevant.
All right. So to continue onward, you are able to actually, I need notice checks from everyone. As you guys go southward from the from Sailor's Isle, which is right about section, you go southward, continuing on and on and on, getting to the Rift Current, the southern Silver Isles of the Isle of Souls, Rift Current. Discovery.
number 3, my lord.
Ooh. Okay. You find two things. Mostly it's going to be Frost and Delashi time around. Vrost. Actually, I'll go Delashi first. Delashi, you end up finding things that float about on the undersides of some of the kind of random stretches and pockets of island that you see. Not only underside, but also somewhat in the air that float about and fly in a section of sky. Some sky coral. Sky coral, they're seeing them in such vibrant scales promotes a lot of different fishing reefs and fishing areas. Seeing them here garner knowledge that the different skyfish as well as sky-like animals that are over in this area would be rich and probably sell for a very pretty penny.
Interesting. Okay.
The coral itself is also valued for shape. So there is that. As for Frost, you find something interesting. You find hidden and tucked away appears to be a guide stone. What this is it is a guide stone that will float around what you kind of like in the back of your mind, something that not only your father said but people have said on the Bane Isle. Guide stones themselves are set by certain adventurers. Someone has made them. You don't really recall, but has hidden them, and a lot of like not only the Bane clan, the Blue Rogues, as well as it's mostly a lot of adventuring / pirate group. They use these to always find their way to some other safe continent. These float around the skies and can be found amongst hidden alcoves. So there is somewhere around this guide stone, like around the southern tip, there's kind of like a timeshare-esque hideout for pirates. The guide stones themselves are magnetically charged to always point at Valua, to point at Ixa, to point at Nasrad, as well as the Sailor's Island.
All right. I'll keep that and I'll mark it on the map.
That will be right around. Right, continuing onward, goes into the first like half of to where you now meet the southern stretch leading towards Ixa, the Cyclone Belt. This will be a only slightly hard because of the type of ship that you have. It is a very speedy ship as well as one that excels in traveling upper and lower sky. So if either you guys want to roll or I can have Cerolus roll.
Remind me, the system we use for Mordecai to drive?
It would be your crafts roll -1.
Oh? That means Cyrillus and I are actually tied. That's the case. Well,
Yes, because you crafts did.
you know, I know the captain hyped you up, but let me take this one, Cyrillus.
By all means. Let's see what you got, friend.
Uh,
Wow, right here in front of my salad, Mordecai.
sorry.
Ross just standing like right there. He's like, bruh.
Let me just give him something to compete over. I'm gonna drop a fate point into that.
Oh, all right, all right, all right.
I'll allow it.
Get a total of 7. All right.
So 7 minus the 1, I guess. He's an old friend after all. Let me give him something to be competitive over.
All right. 2 things that you notice. 1, Mordecai, ship handles like a dream. These new upgrades, maybe it's just like you taking the helm at like a bit of a charge, being like, you know what? I've got the confidence right now. Confidence of Mordecai Talark to sail through what you see comes upon the right side of your ship very, very slowly, but you're still like taking it stride, turning the ship away, only like just enough that you still keep course, is like the giant pillar of a cyclone that just kind of springs up and starts to slowly swirl as you see like there are different rock formations that are nearby that just kind of get moved, brushed aside. Now this is a major cyclone. This isn't a tricyclone. Just one singular major cyclone among the belt of cyclone that just outstretches beyond this full-on continue onwards, going south over more into the belt. Another cyclone pulls up in full form. Kind of this time, though, it swirls in an opposite direction, rotating in form counterclockwise to how your ship is. You know what? I want to ride this wave a bit as you end up steering the ship to the side and cascading around its current. You go and you catch like this nice little slipstream going over and around the bend of this newest form of cycle. Now, the thing that you arrive at to now is this southernmost belt, the strong straight current. Now, just past this strong straight will be kind of side little section that will lead to Dark Rift. After this section, there's no more cyclone. However, as you are slowly trying to make your way through into the wind current itself, as it slightly pushes and fights you back, you see that there is, off in the distance, 3 things whirling that come up. And it's not like these big mass cyclones that you see that like stretch far and wide, like that seem almost like islands themselves. No. This one is more speedy. This one is about roughly 5 to 8 times the size of your ship. And then in like taut waves, you can kind of see it crackle and whirl and pull something in the center as you see it almost like a Tasmanian devil of the sky whip and whirl and thrash about. This tricyclone And this, where we'll end our adventure tonight.
Whoa! I got the ominous thunder. I don't know if y'all heard that. Mark literally said, "That's where we'll end the adventure." And, my wall's just like.
Dramatic effect.
Dramatic. The tricyclone be a time. We will see what it comes of it. I'm on the Arcadian. Thank you guys for watching. There are things hidden in the wings, as Ross, a member of the Bane clan, hinted at towards Lysha and Frost. The understanding and apology from Shalu gave new light to the things that were going on, regards of the stones that were taken from our group. And our ship crew have more, well, hardiness about them, able to shoulder stronger weather, and perhaps next time maybe a tricyclone.
Two? Hold on.
Who? Well, it
Part of
is
the deal.
tricyclone. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for having with us. Thank you, my lovely casting. We'll be signing out. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Shalu, thank you for being a real one. We had to
Good,
jump
you-
on you a little bit, but you did come out the gate swinging with some facts, and I'm like, okay.
I was just like, here you go. Here's the setup. Everyone distrusts you anyway, so fuck it. I'll play into it.
I have no idea what's going on. And then he's like, remember 2 weeks ago or whatever? I was like, oh, I remember exactly what I was planning like a month ago. Yes, that's why I did that.
Yeah. So, you as the player, sorry.
I'm just like, Mark's
put him
like,
through hell.
it was your idea, Colby. And I'm like, Mark, it's been like a month and a half. Like, I don't know what I thought a month and a half ago, but it turns out it wasn't terrible. Yeah, these are flying stones. I'm like, huh?
I legitimately did try to get him to turn on you.
It did.
What about terrible?
Unfortunately, I am
Thanks, Satan.
I'm lawful in my alignment.
That's code for lawful evil, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it may or may not be lawful. At least it's lawful evil on your team, right?
I mean, I feel like we had like a whole alignment discussion around Shalu.
Mark was like, "Come, Colby." I'm like, "No, I'm not here, not chaotic." Unfortunately, I've already made my agreement here.
Come, sell out the party and take the Undying Shade and throw chaos.
It was a tempting offer.
Real quick, before anyone gets off, Mark, can Mordecai have found time? Because I feel like I keep on promising this to Laisha, and I haven't gotten to it yet. The phasing tech we got from the Alcazar.
Roll me a crafts roll, and I'll let you know how much time you take off of it.
So
See, Mark, I happen to know there's that when you fight the main party, for some reason you're actually gonna end up losing because they've got this crazy thing called plot armor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, statistically this should go really well for me. Oh, I lost. How did that happen?
Oh, plot.
It's just casually loads shotgun, just shame.
I mean, if they had rolled that test of fate roll and you had turned against them, that would have been Ross or someone else of the Bane clan going against you.
It would have been fun.
Then
so
like,
I'm burning.
I'm no
fate...
fool.
I'm
And
burning
by that I
two-
mean, Shalu is a man who says what he means and means what he says.
that's what he
I
says.
appreciate I actually hella appreciate that line because that is like the main mantra of a barbarian I play. Like, say what mean what say.
I'm just like, you can't be like 84 and evil and not, be a man of your word.
I will say
Well,
the phasing tech will take a week and a half, but you're
What do you
able
mean?
to shave. You're able to shave a day right now.
so I'm gonna drop 2 fate points into that and invoke the Gilgamesh bonus.
All right, I will say you're able to shave 2.5 days.
Alright, so I have
A week and a half.
4.5 days. Wait, you said a week and a half total? Sorry.
Week and a half total. Shaving 2.5.
Update the board. So I have just under a week left. Yeah?
Just about a week left.
Okay. Okay.
In-game days.
Yeah, yeah.
8 days.
Alicia?
8 days. I've been
Come on.
told by my moderator. 8 days.
You're getting that phasing tech. It's coming.
8 days.
Will that let her, like, shadow cap through walls? If I
Won't let her shadow cat through walls. It is mostly just a defensive mechanism against attacks. If you wanted to find more and try to upgrade it, then possibly.
Well, while we're talking about it, this is why I didn't want to do this in the middle of the session. While we're talking about it, I do have some silver moonstone tech and 3 small silver tech boxes
Correct.
of silver.
You need specifically more phasing techs for them.
Got it. Okay.
Because those are
Uh,
specifically a mixture of silver tech and black moons.
Laisha, if this sounds good, I can go with that, or I could potentially try to bargain to, like, have it so your gloves phase. That was an idea I had. So you had, like, phasing, like, thief gloves.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm up for whatever, really.
Okay.
Whatever we're able to work with.
Okay. Then we'll see what happens.
Alright, guys. I'll be signing out here. Need anything else? Ping me. Love you all.